house. So this is a very unscripted, like no script going into it, no notes going into it, just a basic idea of what I want to do with this type of video. So I have an idea. Types of videos where I review like discographies by bands. Like I want to do music reviews maybe sometime when new albums come out, but bands I like. But I just want something like artists that haven't made albums in a while. I just want to get every album they made out of the way in a quick sort of fashion. So this is sort of just a thing I'm doing just to test it out. One of my favorite bands is a band called Mudvayne. They're like a new metal band. You probably heard of them if you know new metal. But I just thought I'd review their entire like discography right here, right now. Just all their studio albums. And just to preface, I'm not doing EPs or like their first EP or stuff like that. I'm just gonna do their studio albums to see how it goes. I have a general understanding of their albums that I remember how good they were, and I could probably do a very good job. Not very. I can do a good job with it. So their first album, LD50, Lethal Lyrics 50. It's a great album, a great introduction to the band. The album is good. It's very good for new metal, in my opinion. Some favorite tracks of mine were -1, Internal Primates Forever, Death Balloons, Dig. It was okay, in my opinion. It's an okay song. I don't like it that much. It's not my favorite off the album, not by a long shot. But I mean, it's good. It's not a bad track. I know, I'm sorry if I'm a little jittery. I'm very fidgety. I don't know what to do with my hand. Next album was The End of All Things to Come, and this album was so good. I love this album. Like, it was probably my favorite Mudvayne album for a while. Like, it's like 20 years old now, I think, recently. It's gonna turn 20 years old. But, like, songs like The End of All Things to Come, World's So Cold, Not Falling, oh, The Patient Mental is another good one. Just, like, a bunch of really good tracks. Like, the whole album's just really good from start to finish. I really liked it. I think I like it a little bit more than LD50, but both albums are still really good. Lost and Found, their third album from 2005. Oh my god, this album is fantastic. I don't care what anyone says. So many bangers. Just All That You Are. Forget to Remember. That was in Saw 2, and I didn't even know it was in Saw 2. Falling to Sleep. Pulling the Strings. Like, those are already 5 tracks. And, like, the Japanese bonus track, Goodbye, which was, like, a demo from The End of All Things. Anyway, the album's super good. Like, if there was one album that you had to pick out of all of them, and, like, you weren't a big new metal person, I'd suggest this one. Like, hands down, one of my favorite records of, like, all time. Like, definitely one of my favorite metal records of all time. The New Game from 2008. I know everyone loves to hate this album. This is, like, considered the worst Mudvayne album out of their discography, and I don't think that's deserved. Yes, it is even more alternative rock, and it's definitely not new metal anymore, despite, like, one track. It's my most played, like, album in my iTunes library, and I'm a little ashamed to admit that. But, like, tracks like A Cinderella Story, Do What You Do was, like, one of my favorite, like, songs for a while. Like, that was my first Mudvayne song. No, Fish Out of Water, which is another good track, was my first Mudvayne song. But Do What You Do was, like, a really good one as well. Scarlet Letters, I know that one's, like, also not very well liked on the album, so it's more like a somber track. But, like, yeah, I think it's still good. A New Game, or I think The New Game, I don't know. They have a track on it called A New Game, and the album's called The New Game. I don't know why they did that. And this album has sort of interesting tidbit about it, where, like, they try to make an ARG with it. Alright, I got it. Yeah, so if you look here, there's some, like, you can't really see it, I'm sorry. But, like, there's, like, the headshots of all the band members with, like, prison, like, stuff. I don't know. It's very silly. I got this on, like, eBay for, like, $3. You see there's, like, more weird pictures in here. It's a lot of funny. So basically, yeah, it's just kind of a cool thing. And then under the CD, it talks about this, like, murder. It's like a weird murder, like, story. ARG, I guess, is the best way to describe it. And apparently, I did some research into it, and apparently this was a contest where if you figure, there used to be, like, a flash thing on their website, and you could, like, do the little, like, contest or whatever, and if you won, you get, like tickets to, like, a Mudvayne concert, like, I don't know, like a year-long or too-long pass or something. But I don't remember. Something kind of silly. Some, like, some like sweepstake. I don't know. It was something weird. But the album itself was really good, and that's why I got the CD of it, even though I technically already had it. But you know, still nice. It's a good album. I like it. That's the main takeaway. It sounds good. But I will say, it is good. However, I still think I'd put Lost and Found above it, since I just like a lot. I like a lot of the tracks on Lost and Found a lot more. Well, I mean, I don't know. But basically Lost and Found is a better album, in my opinion. But the new game is still really good. And now, the final album, as of now, Mudvayne's self-titled Mudvayne, released in 2009. I think this is a good album. Now, I know some of all the albums, how they're all really good and whatever, but I think this album was a good ending point for Mudvayne. This was only a year after they released the new game, and it was their last album before they went on a hiatus breakup for until just last year in 2021 when they got back together. But yeah, this is their last album, at least as of right now. They might make one in the future. Hopefully they do. I'd love to see it and review it on its own. But, yeah. Okay, on to the album. Been dilly-dallying. So, this album is good. I like it. It feels like more of the new game, but a little bit harder. Like, a little bit harder than than the new game. And I think it turned out really well. Like, there's good tracks like Dead Inside and, Closer and Out to Pasture and, Scream With Me. Just a bunch of really good songs. And I think it's a good ending for Mudvayne. As of now. I used to have a CD of it. I'm not sure where it went, but it had this cool, like, blacklight art, which was really cool. I ended up losing the pen, so it just looked like a blank album. And then, I don't know where the CD is. It's probably in a drawer. I don't know. It should be on my CD shelf, because I have a CD shelf. But so hopefully you like this. I think I did a pretty okay job. I think it turned out well. And, like, I had no script or any notes, by the way. I just kind of went along with it and hoped the points would come to me. I think I did good. So, maybe I'll do one like this in the future, but I'll actually listen to all the albums again, and take notes, and, you know. But yeah, I think that was good, and, thank you for watching. Ah, my knee!